my name is Lilavati.
And I'm Jatila.
And today I'm going to teach you how to do a hair wrap. All you're going to need is a pair of scissors and a few fun colors of embroidery thread or embroidery floss. And of course, a friend to practice a hair wrap on. Today, Jatila chose to do orange, lime green, and magenta. Let's get started. I'm going to start by measuring out my embroidery thread. Depending on how long the person's hair is, but I usually start with almost 2 full arm lengths long. Making sure that they're all the same length. And giving it a snip. Jatila picked such fun colors. Next, I'm going to find a good section of hair. So here, I'll just gently finger comb through to make sure that's nice and even. Making sure there's no tangles or knots I'm going to get stuck in there. And then trying to section it. So trying to make his hair shape of the roots look like either a square or a rectangle. Next, I'm going to braid the hair. This makes it easy so you don't get flyaways in the process while you wrap the hair. After the hair is braided, the next step is to grab your string, and you can do as many colors as you'd like. I like doing 3 colors the most, and tying all of them together at the very top of the braid. So going over, under, and through, pulling nice and tight, and then doing it the opposite way or underneath the braid. And try to pull the knot as close to the scalp as you can. Next, I'm going to take one side of my strings and hold it directly with the braid. I'm going to take these 3 strings in one hand and start to wrap. Now I'll show you a few different techniques, but this is the easiest. And as I start to wrap the hair, you'll see that these 3 colors start to spiral together. Now, when you're doing this process, you want to make sure that you're not tugging your partner or your friend's hair too hard, keeping it nice and light, because you want to be able to wrap their hair in the future. So here we have the 3 spirals. If I wanted to change up the pattern, I could pull out one color. So I'm pulling out the orange, and then pulling out another color, maybe the purple or the magenta. And this is how I'm going to make another fun pattern. So this time I'm going to use orange as the base. And I'm not tying another knot, I'm just going to keep wrapping. So here comes my orange. And at any time, if you get annoyed with extra flyaway hairs that are in your way, you can get a small cup of water and just wet them down. So here I have the base color of orange, which could be a cool pattern by itself, alternating between the 3 twists, a base color, the 3 twists, and then a base color. But now I'm going to take the purple magenta that I left out, and I'm going to spiral that on top of the orange. Super fun. So now I have the orange and the pink. Next, I'm going to come back to doing those 3 of the same spiraled colors. So I'm going to take the strings that I initially pulled out, the ones that I held in with the braid. So those are going to be the 3 longest strings that I have, and now I'm going to use those because we're getting relatively short on our orange that we just used. Awesome. Now here comes another really fun pattern. This time I'm going to pull out both greens because they're both pretty long still. And leaving those on the top of my friend's head. Now I'm going to do the base color of magenta. So again, keep wrapping just like how we did the orange. And now that my purple base is done, I'm going to take one of my greens and slowly twist it around just like how we did with the purple on top of the orange. So I start to have that spiral. Maybe doing an extra green loop at the bottom just so it doesn't come undone. And then taking the opposite green and spiraling the other way. So this is going to make a crisscross effect, which is super fun and is probably my favorite pattern to do. And then again, doing 2 extra green little swirls at the bottom, 2 extra wraps. And then coming back to my 3 colors again. So I have the green, the purple, and the orange. And taking the longest ones of each and spiraling them around. Now these hair wraps are super fun and simple and give a nice fun pop to your hair. Make sure that you always have consent from your friends or from a family member to give them a hair wrap. And these hair wraps work on all types of hair. Even if you have super short hair, you can do tiny mini hair wraps and they almost look like antennas if you were a bug. So I'm at the very end. If I had longer string, I could have finished the rest of his hair, but it's sometimes really fun to just do halfways. And now I'm just going to make 2 knots at the bottom. So I have extra green and orange. I'm going to knot that together. And then maybe separate the 2 colors and knot it again. And then pick 2 separate colors. So I have a tiny bit of magenta or purple left, and doing it with the tiny and short green that I have, and making 2 more knots. Awesome. So now you have your hair wrap completed. The last step is to carefully cut the extra string at the bottom, pulling your friend or your partner's hair away, and slowly snipping. And just like that, you're all done. Now, hair wraps are super simple to remove too. We only did 2 knots. So you can gently start to tug or cut the knot at the bottom, and then you can cut the knot at the very top, making sure again not to cut your friend's hair, and then the hair wrap will just gently slide out. And once you're finished, you can admire the incredible job that you did, and feel free to be creative with it. So here we did the spiral with all 3, the spiral with 2, 1 stacked on top, spiral, base color with X's on top, and finish with a spiral and a knot. I think that Jatila is absolutely going to love it. And remember that this is great for all ages, all types of hair, and any type of gender. What do you think, Jatila? Awesome. Namaste. See you guys soon.